I had such an amazing response from some of my little food clips that I've been posting on my stories. People want to know the recipes, so I thought, why not share some of my little secret tips and tricks. Here we have some cherry tomatoes, a lime, we've got our beautiful green mango, some chili, cucumber, peanuts. So this one here is called palm sugar. It's a really delicious kind of sugar. If you can't find this one, you can substitute it for just regular caster sugar. This one here, fish sauce, nam pla. So what you want to find is a nice Thai fish sauce. This one here, you can read the ingredients: anchovy, salt, sugar, no MSG. So make sure you just double check whatever you've got there is mostly anchovies, because that's what fish sauce is based on. I'm going to serve this green mango salad with some fried prawns, which should be very delicious. Let's get going. You can't cook without wine. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to actually get my green mango and prepare that. So I have a peeler. I'm actually just going to run that around the outside, just like this. Beautiful. Now, the interesting thing about this mango is it's not ripe. But this particular variety of mango is actually not supposed to be eaten ripe, and you want one that's firm. You know, it's not actually soft like a regular mango that you would eat. The yellow ones, beautiful. So just get the skin off, just like that. None of the dark green left over. Okay. So now that that's ready, I'm just going to trim off a little bit here, a little bit there. I actually have one of these fancy mandolins, which I can actually use to cut a julienne. So see these little teeth here? It'll actually cut the mango into little strips, which is absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to grab it here. Make sure you don't get your fingers in the way. This thing will tear up your fingers. And you just slide it down like that. And then you get these beautiful little strips of mango, which would be nice to eat. So we'll just keep doing that. Actually did manage to cut my finger. So actually this green mango is a little bit too ripe. See how it's a little bit kind of juicy? So this one's maybe 1 or 2 days too long. It's better to get it when it's a bit drier and kind of more crunchy in your salad. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually dry fry the peanuts. Dry fry means dry pan. Dry pan on the heat. Chuck a bunch of them in there. And just leave that there. I'll come back in a few minutes and check on it. All right, next step. I'm going to prepare the tomatoes and the cucumber. Very simple, nice sharp knife. And I'm just going to quarter these. You want these cherry tomatoes to be as ripe as possible. Depending on the size, you want these to be 1 mouthful. So that's my judge of how big you should slice them, 1 mouthful. And see, this is super ripe. This is like almost overripe. That's perfect. That'll be sweet, delicious, perfect. Thai people actually eat cherry tomatoes as a little market snack. So you'll often see people wandering around the Chatuchak markets with a bag of cherry tomatoes, just eating them like lollies. That's when you know you've got good produce, when people want to eat them like lollies. Right, so there's our tomatoes done. Cucumbers, I'm actually just going to cut them into a bit of a julienne just to match the green mango. Now, the next thing I'm going to make is, so we just need to keep an eye on these peanuts, give them a bit of a shake every now and then, adjust the temperature. We can see that these are getting a little bit too brown on one side. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm just going to let them sit there and just gently roast in the pan. Wine break. Okay, the next thing I'm going to make is the most important thing. It is the dressing. So this is a classic Thai dressing. Basically palm sugar, fish sauce, lime juice. You'll find this in basically any Thai salad. What's really, really important is actually balancing the sweet, the sour, the salty. That's exactly what Thai food is about, creating that balance between the sweet, sour, salty. So I'm going to chuck in a bit of lime juice. Now, I'm just going to start with about half a lime first. So that's maybe a tablespoon of lime juice. I'm going to match that with the fish sauce. So approximately the same amount of fish sauce. And that is smelling amazing. The lime juice, fish sauce, made for each other. Palm sugar. Now, this is what it looks like. It comes in these little hard blocks. And I find the best way is, so I'm going to actually just use half of this little block here. Chop that in half and just kind of shave it with the heel of the knife, like that. Breaks it up. It's a little bit hard. Now, this stuff varies a little bit. Sometimes it'll be soft and gooey, probably depending on the ambient temperature of the room. So I'm just going to do that, just mash it up. It just makes it easier for it to dissolve in the dressing. Beautiful. Now I'm going to put about half of that in first. Now, I'm going to mash that up. Give it a good stir. Make sure that that palm sugar is really, really mixed in. There we go. Now, most important step. How do I tell if I've got the right balance of sweet, sour, salty? I taste it. That's beautiful. So you don't want to pick out any one of those sweet, sour, salty flavors. When you taste it, you should be able to taste, a little bit of fish sauce, a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of sugar. Okay, perfect. That's good for me. Now it's not sweet enough, but you can see that the sugar hasn't completely dissolved. Once that dissolves, that'll be sweet enough. So that's the dressing. Okay, the next thing we want to do is get all of these delicious herbs, which are definitely the star of the dish, and we just want to pick them. So this mint here, it's going to pick the individual leaves, just like that. Pick them in, straight in the bowl. Done. Next one, done. Same with our coriander. Just going to pick a bunch of them off, just like that. No one likes to eat these little stems, so that's why you pick off the leaves. Now, this ingredient over here is our Thai basil, actually. So this basil actually has a really delicious kind of anise flavour. It's quite unique, so these herbs smell amazing. When you tear fresh mint, it just, it's amazing. And this mint came from here. Follow me. This is why the mint smells absolutely amazing, because it's been picked fresh from the garden, just like that. Oh, delicious. Now it's time to cook these prawns. I'm going to do them really, really simply. I'm just going to fry them in the pan. So I'll heat that up and get that on the way. Now, while I'm waiting for that pan to get scorching hot so I can fry up these prawns, I'll prepare the chili. So you really have to know the chili and the level of heat that you like and the level of heat that the chili provides. These are quite big. They're not as hot as those fiery bird's eye chilies. So I can actually probably use this whole chili in this dish. I know it's going to be right for the family. It's the exact right amount of heat that they'll like and I like. So I chop off the ends just like this. Here we go. And then basically I chop down the middle, straight like that, so that you're left with the seeds and the membrane here. Now what you can actually do is just get underneath the seeds and the membrane, just like that, and just get rid of it. Look at that, gone. Same thing for this one. Slide around here. Beautiful, it's gone. Get rid of these seeds. No one likes to eat seeds. Okay, now the easiest way to slice this is actually skin side down, and I'm going to create a nice julienne along here. Beautiful. Use this one as well. Nice. Now, what I like to do is actually chop the chili to the right size for one little mouthful. That means I'm actually going to chop this very, very finely. So I'll group this together like this. I'll bunch it up. All right. And then I'll just use the knife to just cut down into these fine little pieces of chili. And actually, our prep is done. Mise en place. Very important. Now, when I fry the prawns, I'm actually just going to smash this little bit of garlic, just like that, with the heel of the knife. And I'm going to throw it in the pan like that. I find the skin protects the garlic from actually burning. So you want this to be piping hot. When you add the prawns in, you want to hear that sizzle. That's very, very important. Oof, okay, the pan is telling me he's ready, but you can test it. See, when I put that in, I want it to fry. I want it to fry immediately. All right, the oil doesn't seem quite hot enough to me actually at the moment because it's not frying vigorously enough. So we might have to wait a moment to put it in. While we're waiting for that, actually, I'm going to cook these very, very simply. So I'm actually just going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on them. That's the only seasoning I'm going to have. Okay, that's perfect. Make sure you coat them all in that salt. Beautiful. Okay, oil should be ready. Yeah, that's the fry I want. So we'll add those in. We'll just let them fry. Time for wine break. So, while the prawns are frying, I'm actually going to prepare the peanuts. I like to bash them up just a little bit. We're not making a paste, we're just kind of roughing them up so they're nice and easy to eat. A little sprinkle of salt always helps with bashing up. And I'll put my hands here to just stop them from popping out of the mortar and pestle. Just crush them a little bit, just a little bit. We're not making a powder here, we're just making something that's kind of going to be pleasant to chew on and add a little bit of texture for the salad. And that's a really important point. Salads are all about texture. So any salad, you want to have some kind of element of crunch. That's where the peanuts come in. And in particular, a Thai salad, you want to have that balance of the sweet, the salty, the sour ingredients, and of course a little bit of heat from the chili. So they're ready. The prawns are ready. And look at that, they are just delicious, golden, they smell fragrant. They are going to go with the salad very nicely. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble our salad. Got our beautiful fresh herbs in here. Now, I'm just going to tear these up a little bit, just so they blend a little together. And there's no big chunky bits in there. I'm going to throw the cucumber in, just like that. Our tomatoes, in they go, beautiful. And my green mango, just like that. Now, I'm going to mix that up a little bit. And doesn't that look beautiful? I mean, look at the color of that. I wish you could transmit the smell of this as well. You've got the fresh, the coriander, the mint, the basil, everything is blending so nicely together. That looks pretty good to me. Another wine break. Alrighty, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer a few of these beautiful prawns around here, just like this. Here we go. Lovely. Oh, I can't wait to eat this. Beautiful, just like that. I'm going to get a little bit of these peanuts, sprinkle them in the middle, just like that. And get my chili and just sprinkle that around the dish. There we go, delicious. Oh, look at that. Now, the all-important dressing. So I'm just going to drizzle that all around the dish, just like that. Look at that. Oh. Okay, so now we have our Thai green mango salad with grilled prawns. Alrighty, I'm very excited. The mango, prawn. Oh, that is just perfection. Sweet, sour, salty, a little bit crunchy. I love it.